Hi guys, this is Eric from Figure Unboxing, and in this video we're going to take a look at Figma number 318, Zelda from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And I already did a review on Link. The link is down in the description below, and that's not wasting any more time. Here's the left of the box, here is the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And yeah, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. Alright, so here we have the figure still in the packaging, and it does look very good, but the amount of accessories she came with is pathetic. Like, this is the bare minimum, if not worse. I have been saying this for years, but I feel like all the import figures should give us at least 2 interchangeable faceplates, because I feel like that has always been their strong point, and that's how I justify myself to spend $50 on a figure. It's like getting 2 or 3 figures in one box, but cutting that one faceplate just drastically cuts the value. I'm not sure how much it cost them to like give us another faceplate, but it's gonna make me that much more happy. But anyways, there's nothing we can do about that. Hopefully they can fix that in the future, but the figure is still really high quality, and let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here we have the figure itself, and as expected from Max Factory, the figure is pretty much perfect in terms of paintwork and sculpt. Obviously, we're going to have some issue with the lower body with the articulation, but that is to be expected due to the character design. And let's just take a closer look at the figure. Everything looks very clean. The QC issue is handled very well. I can't find any paint chipping and splashing of any sort. And hopefully yours is as good as mine, but mine is pretty much perfect, and I really like it. And let's check out the articulation. I don't think there's anything you guys haven't seen already. And it's funny that I never used my turntable, but yeah, let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over from the neck down. She can look up about this much, look down about this much, and you can turn her head no problem. And we do have a Figma joint in here, so you can move it up and down. And the shoulder is on a newer design where you can pop this out. It's gonna look a little bit awkward, but it does give you a lot more range. And the shoulder piece is on a softened material, so it won't hinder your articulation at all. And you do have a shoulder swivel and bicep swivel. And you can curl about this much, and you do have the ball wrist. And this is where it gets a little bit annoying with the ab crunch, because it's almost non-existent. She can bend forward about this much, bend backwards about this much, you move side to side. It's just a ball joint. And the lower body has 3-piece skirt. You do have Figma joint on the left and right, but it doesn't really do much. She has all the articulation under here, like you have the toe hinge, you have side-to-side pivot, you have like really good ankles, but you can't really use none of that. I'm personally okay with this design, because for the most part, this is what she looked like in the game. Like even in Smash Brother, like this is what she does, right? She's just flying around, so I'm okay with this. And she stands very well. I don't see her falling anytime soon, if ever. But anyways, I think that's it for the articulation. The figure feels really solid. I don't think the joints are gonna get loose anytime soon, and let's jump straight into the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default face, which I think is beautiful. And next up we have a smiling face, which looks really good as well. And then of course we have her rack of hands, and let's try them out one by one. And first off, we have the display open hands, and these are very standard for Figma figures, and it looks very good. And next up, she came with a pair of hands for her to hold a sword, and we have the sword over here. It's very nicely painted and sculpted. And of course, you can take this part off and then slide onto her hands, and let's try it out. And here I have her assembled with her sword, and it looks very good. I really like this. Alright, so lastly, she came with a pair of hands for her to hold a bow and arrow, and we have the bow and arrow over here. And of course, you can take this part off, and let's try this out. And here I have her assembled with a bow and arrow, and it looks really good. And that's it for the accessories, and let's jump straight into the size comparison. And for the size comparison, let us start with the Figma Link, and they look very cute together. Hopefully we can see some other characters, but for now I'm very happy. And next up we have the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures, and I think they scale very well together. And then we have the SH Figuarts Naruto figures. And next up we have the SH Figuarts Street Fighter figures and Mezco 112 Punisher and Daredevil. Next up we have the Super Action Statues Kaneki and Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man and Venom. And next up we have some American IP SH Figuarts. And then we have some of my favorite Kamen Riders. And lastly we have some recent Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, despite the lack of accessories, I still highly recommend the figure. It's a beautiful piece, and the articulation is within reason. So if you're a big Zelda fan, I think this one is pretty much a must-have. And in my opinion, this is probably the best 1/12 scale Zelda we have in the market right now. But yeah, I think that's it from me. I really like the figure. And do let me know in the comments what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Eric. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!